Today, I'm going to show you 7 hidden iPhone features that you probably didn't know about. And these features are going to make your daily life simpler and more productive. Which takes me to number 1. Use focus modes correctly. Focus modes allow you to block out the noise from distracting notifications, but not everyone uses them correctly. So I'm going to show you how. Now, most people just use the default do not disturb mode without customizing anything. This is a missed opportunity. First, I want you to grab your iPhone and swipe down from the top right to reveal the control center. Now, what you want to do is press and hold on focus, where you'll be presented with a bunch of focus modes. And you can even create your own. Next, if you press the 3 dots, you can set a duration for the focus mode, or you can control it by your location. So, for example, if I leave home, it will disable my personal focus mode. But we can take this a step further. If you click on settings, you can now create some exception scenarios, meaning you can allow certain people or certain apps to still reach you, as well as apps and people you want to specifically silence for that specific focus mode. This is really useful because you can set up different focus modes based on different environments and different scenarios. There is an emergency bypass option that allows you to enable certain contacts that can reach you no matter what your focus mode is, and the same for text messages. Both can be found by opening up the contact card in the Contacts app. Click ringtone and an emergency bypass for phone calls. And for text messages, you want to click on text tone and then emergency bypass. If you want to go even further, you can turn on smart activation. This will enable your iPhone to learn over time when and where you specifically use that particular focus mode, and it will learn to automatically turn it on. Or you can click schedule and create a custom trigger, like arriving at a certain location or at a specific time, or when you open a specific app. You can also go the extra mile with focus filters, which allows you to customize settings and preferences within supported apps for that focus mode. For example, when I use the work focus mode, I can limit which calendars and which mailboxes I see, and limit notifications to just those specific calendars and mailboxes. Lastly, you can set the vibe for that focus mode by having a custom wallpaper and lock screen combination. Here's a pro tip. You can switch between focus modes by just pressing and holding on your lock screen and switching to the wallpaper that's associated with that focus mode. 2. Use this trick to airdrop between iPhone and Android. Did you know there's actually a way to share photos and videos with your Android friends without compressing them to oblivion? To do this, go to the Photos app and simply select the photos and videos you want to share. Click the share button and then click copy iCloud link. Now, you can share this link with anyone and they can download the photos and videos at full quality for 1 month. Now, let's say you need to find the link again. Just go to the Photos app and go to the For You tab. Click on the image stack and then click on the 3-dotted menu to share or copy the link. And you can also stop sharing links from here. Now, you might ask, how do I receive images and videos from my Android friends in full quality? There are a couple ways to do this. The first is for them to create a Google Photos link. It's exactly the same process, but using Google Photos on the Android device. The second way, and my personal favorite, is to download this app called Local Send on both devices. It basically works almost exactly like AirDrop. Also, I promise I did not create those device names. The app decided to create them. Also, this isn't sponsored by them. I just really like their app. 3. Make the most of your memories with the Photos app. The iPhone Photos app is super underrated and has some features that make it way more powerful than its Android counterparts. And this is coming from an Android user. So I'm going to show you 10 things you probably didn't know. Now, let's say you edit an image and you have 10 more similar photos that you want to edit the exact same way. You can literally copy the edits and paste them across multiple images. That's just insanely helpful. And by the way, you can do that for videos as well. If you zoom in on an image, a crop button will show up, allowing you to crop within seconds. Now, if you press and hold on the crop button, you can select an aspect ratio. You can copy text from any photo or video directly by just pressing and holding on the text. You can also directly call a phone number or add them to your contacts, open browser links, and scan QR codes. Now, another hidden feature within the Photos app is the Hidden Photos album. You can add photos and videos to the hidden album by selecting them and then clicking the 3-dotted menu and selecting Hide. This will password protect any sensitive images and videos like, sensitive documents and IDs, and will require a passcode, Face ID, or Touch ID. And you can even hide the fact that you have a hidden album by going to Settings, Photos, and toggling off Show Hidden Album. Now, no one will even know you have a hidden album to begin with. Do you remember back in the day when you could sign and write something on the back of your physical photos? Well, you can actually do that on the iPhone by swiping up and clicking Add a Caption. And now you can add some notes about why that photo is special. By the way, there's no character limit, so you can ramble as much as you'd like. There's no shortage of AI features in the iPhone Photos app. You can take pictures of the laundry tags on your clothes and then swipe up on the image and see what those instructions actually mean. By the way, this also works for your car dashboard, so you can finally figure out what that symbol on your car dashboard actually means. It doesn't stop there. If you want to know the breed of an animal or the species of a plant, swipe up and AI will let you know. Now, if you're on Instagram and you see some food and you want to know what it is or how to make it, take a screenshot, go to the Photos app, swipe up, click Look Up Food, and now you can see the name of the food and the recipe. You can also search for videos with specific sounds such as clapping, laughing, cheering, and more. So far, I've shown you how to use focus modes correctly. I've shown you how to transfer media between iPhone and Android at full quality. And I've also shown you how to make the most out of your memories. And I've still got 4 more hidden features to go. 4. Scroll through social media without using your hands. Yeah, you heard me right. Now, let's say you're in a situation where your hands are busy, like you're washing the dishes, or you're eating, or you're getting ready for work, and you want to swipe to the next video on TikTok or Instagram. What a first world problem to have. Here's a setting to do just that without ever needing to use your fingers. Go to Settings, Accessibility, Voice Control, Commands, Custom, create new command, type the word next in phrase, click Action, run custom gesture, and now swipe your finger upwards and hit Save. Click back, make sure application is set as any, and then click Save. Now go back and make sure voice control is turned on. And now when you're on TikTok and Instagram, just say the word next and it will go to the next video. 5. Use Spotlight like a personal assistant. Spotlight is a universal search that can be found by swiping down on your home screen. Now, most people may use Spotlight to search for things like contacts, files, messages, but you can also use it as a personal assistant. You can type a simple calculation and get your answer on the spot. And this works for quick currency conversions as well as unit conversions. You can also look up a definition for word, and my personal favorite, quickly create calendar invites. Some other features include looking up future weather, looking up flight information, sports scores, movie information, and so much more. You can also use Spotlight to search for system-related toggles such as Bluetooth and airplane mode. And if you want to add an app to your home screen, just search for it in Spotlight and then drag it to your home screen. 6. Preserve your legacy. Now, we all know that life is short, but many of us have never thought about what happens to your phone and everything that's on your phone, including your data, your notes, your memories, and your other sensitive information. Well, on the iPhone, you can set up what's called a legacy contact. This is a person that will get access to some of your information that is stored on iCloud. Don't worry, your passwords aren't shared. They only get access to your data if you pass away, they have a copy of your death certificate, and an access key. To set this up, go to your settings, tap on your name, sign in security, and click Legacy Contact. And here you can add a legacy contact. Once you're done setting up a legacy contact, you can then share their access key, which is what they will need along with the death certificate to give to Apple, and that's when Apple will grant them access to your information. 7. Bonus features. These are features that I couldn't really categorize, but they will make your iPhone experience much better. When you're in the Calendar app, you can only scroll in 5-minute increments. But did you know if you tap on the time, you can now type in a custom time. Siri can tell you what any animal sounds like. So you can finally ask Siri, what does the fox say, and get the real answer. If you're browsing a web page on Safari, you can ask Siri to remind you about it. Just say, Siri, remind me about this. If you park your car somewhere and you think you're going to forget where, you can ask Siri to save your parking spot. When you're deep in the different sections of an app and you want to go back, Instead of pressing the back button multiple times, you can press and hold to see all of the previous pages and then go back to a specific section. By the way, this also works in Chrome and Safari. Now, if you're somebody who falls asleep to YouTube videos or music, you're really going to love this feature. Go to your clock app and then go to the timer section. Click on when timer ends, scroll to the bottom, and select stop playing. Now, when the timer runs out, your media will stop playing and your phone will be locked. If you made it this far, comment the word Sherlock, and I'll see you next time.